The war in Ukraine now seems at a stalemate, and that's got to please China. You know, it'll think that the West is weak. This graphic shows it very clearly, I think. It shows what proportion of Ukraine Russia now controls. Now, you saw a big increase in the portion of Ukraine that's under Russian occupation at the start of the war with the invasion there. Then you saw a retreat very quickly as Ukraine fought back. But since October, General Keane, virtually no change. Not when the Russians had their big offensive, and not in the past 2 months since Ukraine launched their counter-offensive. Are you getting worried that this is like a World War I stalemate?
No, not yet. I mean, what has happened on the ground is the Ukrainians clearly wanted to use armored brigades massively to take territory as rapidly as they could. But while they had to wait for all of the equipment to come from the United States and other supporting countries and then train their soldiers on that equipment, that took much longer than expected. And several months to do that. Meanwhile, the Russians were building formidable defenses, minefields, other obstacles, something they're very good at. And what the Ukrainians have encountered is those minefields and those obstacles. They tried to penetrate them early on in June and failed. So what they've been doing and making slow, deliberate progress, not on a scale that you can portray on a map, because it's just a few miles. They're using their foot infantry, mostly at night, to avoid these obstacles and other impediments, so they preserve their force and don't take unnecessary casualties. They've got about 60 miles to take territory in the south and southeast, so they can sever the main supply routes from Russia to Crimea and then put pressure on Crimea with long-range weapons and missiles and air power. That's the plan. We hope they can accomplish it. It will take longer than expected. It is a struggle, to be sure. They have to get most of this done, Andrew, around October, early November, when the weather changes dramatically against this kind of maneuver.
I hope you're right, General. I was disappointed that the Ukrainians reconquered less than 100 square kilometres of territory in July. Let us hope that August has been a little bit more successful. Thank you so much indeed for your time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, great talking to you, Andrew, as always. Thank you.